Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Last Son. This is the CILL TEW9 public beta save. Tonight we're going to book another episode of Lucha Libre Battle. Check the mail here. Hypnotic Jr. has been hired by Exodus 2010. Same thing with Amazing Firefly. So that potentially could throw some wrenches into our plans. No, right here, Aztec will be out. Okay, so it looks like we might be okay. Okay, so we got the next event tonight, CIL Lucha Libre Battle. Go ahead and let's check the storylines real quick. Evil Intent versus the Vikings is very hot. Hellfire is extremely hot on Luchadora Explosion. Same thing with Mexican title contenders, women's world title contenders, and the world title contenders. So that's all good news. Also wanted to let you guys know, just in case you didn't know, up here in the corner we can toggle sound on and off, where you can hear the clicking like noise that when you click the buttons. I turned it off because it kind of got a little distracting in the beginning, so I went ahead and turned that off. But you can change it up there if you want. Go ahead and get into tonight's booking. Select the venue. Guadalajara has been picked. Have our booking team meeting. Right now we'll have 230. We get storyline idea. Let's get one of those. And we did, must have. Let's give this another storyline idea. We don't have any new gimmicks. This one's likely to succeed and it is an Electric Dreamer creative finish. So we'll definitely take that. Okay. Locker room incidents. Oh, Pablo Real came to me backstage with the idea of enhancing his character. I hate seeing these. Hellcat Hernandez and Mystery Pink had an incident. Hellcat Hernandez caused an incident where she antagonized Mystery Pink so much that a fight almost broke out between the two. As her employer, I now have to choose how to deal with Hellcat Hernandez. Hellcat Hernandez has the agitator personality and is currently pleased. Mystery Pink is a class clown and is currently happy, but do a stern warning. Wildfire Inferno was brought before the wrestler's court, accused of being an hour late to pick up his assigned travel partner. The judge, Magic, found him guilty and sentenced him to pay for his travel partner's meals for the next 3 shows. And address the locker room. Let's try to get some. I don't know if any of these, I haven't had anything pop up telling me whether those have been successful or not successful. So on this show's main event, we're going to have Monkey Man take on El Hijo de Mephisto. And we're going to give that 13 minutes. We will make it a world title matchup. We make sure we have our best people on it. El Hijo is obviously going to pick up the victory. And at ringside, we are going to have Amazing Firefly. And let's see if I can just add him to commentary. So that'll take care of that. In our next match, triple threat match between Amazing Firefly, Aztec Prince, and Hush. And give that 13 minutes. Amazing Firefly will pick up the victory. This will be our Steal the Show match. And book that segment. Okay, next up we'll add Angle here. El Serpente stands victorious. We'll move over here to the output. So this output's going to be El Serpente has his hand raised after a grueling match, but has moved on to the finals of the qualifiers for the #1 contenders match for the Mexican title. He grabs the mic and tells the crowd to be happy that they were here to witness his greatness. So part 1, we are going to have him just do some character development. Add a new part. Part 2, we will just have him cut a promo. He should have the skills to do this, so I think we will script it though. Next up, we'll add a match here between, it was originally going to be El Serpente and Entropy, but the Entropy hurt. We may need to make it Dragon Del Arco Irish Jr. and El Serpente will pick up the victory, and we'll have it take all that, book that. Then in our next match, we'll have Pinky Perez will take on Poison Ivy, and give that a couple more minutes. Poison Ivy's gonna pick up the victory, but it will be a, let's see, do we want to do Tainted? A Tainted win, because there's going to be outside interference from Celeste Moon on Pinky Perez. Okay, next up we're going to do an angle. This is just going to be recap Evil Intent versus the Vikings. So this is going to be a video showing the attack by the Vikings on Evil Intent and the matches and segments that's happened since, and it's going to include the stuff that's happened with the Ragnar and Hellspawn 666 and how it got thrown out last week. Curious if we can do an all character development. We'll make sure that storyline is advanced. Yeah, okay, that'll let us do that. We'll see how that works. I really don't know how that will actually work, if it'll work, decently or not. So up next, we'll have Tomo Yuno, so Tomonaga and Yunokawa, taking on the Wildcats. And that will give us, let's see here, we'll go 8 minutes on that. Tigre Savage Jr. will get the victory. Look at that segment. Add in a trios match here with Angel Flyer and the Mission taking on Hypnotic. Well, hold on. Make sure Hypnotic is available. Yes, Hypnotic Jr., Optimus Jr., and War Piece. And we'll give that 15 minutes because this will be technical masterclass. Okay, so next up, our first segment, we're going to have contract signing between Firefly and Mephisto. Okay, so the segment output on this is going to have a contract signing between Amazing Firefly and El Hijo de Mephisto. After both men sign the contract, Mephisto grabs the mic and starts talking about how much he enjoyed dominating Firefly's partner Rapido, and how Rapido will be lucky to get in the ring again. This angers Firefly, and the two begin to brawl, which leads to security having to break them up. So part 1 will just be, don't think we have Let's do character development for both Amazing Firefly and El Hijo de Mephisto Part 2. We'll do a couple minutes of Amazing Firefly not saying anything. And this is where Mephisto will cut his promo about Rapido. And then here we'll do three minutes of them fighting. And we'll book that. Last thing we'll do is add in a match to potentially get anybody in here. Let's see here. Can we take and do Catalina Vasquez, Estrella Blanca, and Mystery Pink taking on Bizarro, Darkness Cat, and Jaguar Queen. I probably should keep, Hellcat and Mystery Pink away from each other right now. Let's give Mystery Pink the victory. Okay, let's check the booking analysis. Mr. Smith, I'm not going to be used, so that's fine. We haven't used IO Bandai in quite a while, so maybe we'll throw another pre-show match on and have Bandai take on. Have Yoshitomi and Bandai. Let Bandai pick up the victory. Okay. Gonna have to potentially use. Let's try this. Let's deploy that angle. So we're gonna lose them after this month anyways. So, but let's go ahead and start the show. We open the pre-show with AO Bandai taking on Yukio Yoshitomi. And Bandai defeats Yoshitomi in 7 minutes 49 seconds by pinfall with an inverted pile driver. 27 wrestling rating. The crowd is 828 overall. It was just two young guys. 31 for Bandai. Yoshitomi 23. I wasn't expecting a ton of stuff. That's why it's on the pre-show. But just getting them some experience. And then other pre-show match we have Catalina Vasquez, Estrella Blanca, and Mystery Pink taking on Bizarro, Darkness Cat, and Jaguar Queen. Mystery Pink pins Jaguar Queen with a flying body press at 12 minutes and 6 seconds. We got 45 for the wrestling rating, 25 for the crowd, 49 for the segment. Mystery Pink had a pretty good performance there, 52. Estrella Blanca with a 47. Catalina Vasquez, 45. Jaguar Queen 42, Darkness Cat 44, Bizarro 39. The storyline was advanced with that segment. Didn't gain any heat or lose any heat. Could be because it was on the pre-show. So next up we have our segment. We have the contract signing between Amazing Firefly and El Hijo de Mephisto. They both men have signed a contract. Mephisto grabs the mic and starts talking about how much he's enjoyed dominating Firefly's partner Rapido, and how Rapido will be lucky if he ever gets in the ring again. This angers Firefly and the two begin to brawl, which leads to security having to break them up. 53 overall segment rating. It started really strong and then went down to the 46 at the brawl part of it. Did gain heat though, and the angle idea, which we didn't name, was a success. I didn't name it because I basically just didn't know who I was going to use it for. So we move on now to our technical masterclass, which was a terrible match. The Cleansing, which is Angel Flyer, Crusader, and Redeemer, took on Hypnotic Jr., Optimus Jr., and War Piece. and Crusader pins Optimus Jr. with a double-handed chokebomb. 29 wrestling rating, 18 crowd, 36 segment. Redeemer with a 40, Crusader with a 17, and Hellflyer with a 26, War Piece 24, Optimus Jr. 24, Hypnotic 42. Our Mexican title advanced, but it lost heat. So what happened here to this? That penalized for consistency, holding back. Hypnotic Jr.'s penalty for physical. So Crusader didn't even have any kinds of penalties at all. And he turned in a 17. Wow. Tomo Uno and the Wildcats are up next. And the Wildcats defeat Tomo Uno in 7 minutes 34 seconds when Tigre Salvage Jr. pins Unokawa Salvage suplex. 47, 23 crowd rating, 52 overall. The crowd's now white hot. 44 is both from Unokawa and Tomonaga. Tigre Salvage Jr. had a 52 and El Jaguar had a 49. Next up, we had our video showing the attack by the Vikings on Evil Intent, the various matches and segments since, and it also goes over last week's match that was thrown out due to a double disqualification. They get us a 39. It advanced that, but we lost heat. They did a good job improvising, but what did we get penalized for, if anything? Nothing. They did a good job. There's just no penalties. I mean, they did the best they could do, so I'll be happy with that. So Pinky Perez and Poison Ivy are up next, and Poison Ivy defeats Pinky Perez 13 minutes 14 seconds by submission with a Venus flytrap after Celeste Moon interfered with the match. 47 wrestling rating, 29 crowd, 52 overall. Pinky Perez had a 56, Poison Ivy had a 37. The storyline was advanced, but bad news is Pinky Perez and Poison Ivy don't seem to click. It made for an awkward bout overall. So that's why I'm sure we got a penalty for that. Yep. I don't know how much of a penalty that was, but we did get a penalty, but we still got a 52. So next up we have El Serpente taking on Dragon del Arco Iris Jr. El Serpente picks up the victory in 9 minutes 44 seconds with a Cobra twist. Wrestling rating was 43. Crowd at 29. Segment 47. El Serpente had an in-ring performance of 43. Dragon del Arco Iris Jr. had a 42. Storyline was advanced, but El Serpente apparently was really off his game. Still not a bad segment. And we're not, unfortunately, going to be putting out 90s and 100s right now because of our, popularity and the popularity of these guys that we're using. They're doing pretty good. I mean, we can check and see what kind of penalties we possibly received, and it was just a penalty for holding back, inconsistency, physical condition. So, all in all, pretty good work. Then we have our segment with El Serpente having his hand raised after the grueling match. He has moved on to the finals of the qualifiers to become the #1 contender in a match for the Mexican title. He grabs the mic and tells the crowd to be happy they were here to witness his greatness. So 45. Started off really strong with the 53 and moved into a 40. Next up we have a bout that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Amazing Firefly defeats Aztec Prince and Hush in 12 minutes 48 seconds when Amazing Firefly pinned Aztec Prince after a sky-high Firefly. This was our steal of the show. Hush was the weak link, unfortunately. But wrestling rating 58, crowd 38, segment 66. Amazing Firefly had a 65, Aztec Prince 58, Hush 49. The world title contender storyline has advanced, gained heat. We move now into our main event, which is Monkey Man taking on El Hijo de Mephisto. It was about that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. El Hijo de Mephisto defeated Monkey Man in 12 minutes 33 seconds by submission with a Devil's Lock. This is defense number 1 of the CIL World Championship title for El Hijo del Mephisto. 55 wrestling rating, 38 crowd rating, 59 overall segment. Monkey Man turned in a 55. El Hijo del Mephisto had a 55. The Hellfire storyline advanced and gained heat because we had Amazing Firefly at ringside doing commentary. So that's good to see that worked as well. Did we gain a penalty for Amazing Firefly on the mic? We did not, so that's good. Finish up this show with a 58. Increases our popularity in one region. Made $1,765. So good to see we made some money. Popularity is kind of staying pretty, steady right now. Like to see that potentially start going up a little bit more, but it's going to be a slow slog, and plus we're in the beta. I don't know if I'm going to continue this save after this because of where I've added, different Lucha Libre battle into it, things like that. I may start fresh with retail. So no mail to talk about on this. Let's see anything here. We got Billy Hawkins promoted in 21 CW. He's official locker room leader. Nate Johnson and Dean Daniels had a argument. Franklin Fumier and Maddie Faith have bonded recently. TCW had some events, and so did SWF. Jonathan Faust looks abroad. These renders are so awesome. Sifu telling friends he would like to try to expand his horizons and work in more foreign places. Same thing with Brickhouse Balder. Deathhead are planning to run a major Deathhead versus Dolphin Master storyline. So pretty cool things going on. We have another 6 days to another Lucha Libre battle. And then we'll get into, I do believe we have 1 or 2 more of those. And then we get into our event. So I think we have 1 more and then the event. The nice thing about the calendar now is if you have, like, let's say you're a touring company in Japan, or even if not, once this pay-per-view happens, as you see, Rendición got moved down here to the bottom. These will all start cycling, so you don't have to scroll all through the list to see what your upcoming schedule is. So that's a really nice feature. So I hope you guys liked this episode. If you did, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave any kind of comments. What are you guys thinking? Who do you think you should I should hire and look at? Any ideas you guys have for storylines or anything like that? Let's try to make this an interactive thing. Anyways, I'm Last Son. You guys keep playing, stay awesome, and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in our next video.